Hi, this is Ty Howard, CEO and Editor-in-Chief of the online magazine Motivation, where you get everything motivation. This week's weekly motivation booster is Flow with Positivity. It was Henry Ford who said, "Those who believe they can and those who believe they can't are both right." Which person are you? I did a presentation recently in West Virginia, and when I was done, an older female participant from the audience, she came up to me and she shook my hand and she said, "Young man, I want to thank you for those words of encouragement, for your positive energy, your positive thoughts, and your positive heart." She said, "I want to thank you." And I looked at her and I shook her hand and I smiled and I said, "I want to thank you for your positive words of encouragement and inspiration." And I asked her, "How do you flow each and every day with positivity?" She looked at me and she smiled, then she answered. She said, "I prefer to think that the chip on my shoulder gives the monkey on my back something to play with each day." And we both bursted out in laughter because I did not expect that for her answer, but I appreciated it because she put a smile on my face, a smile in my heart, and she gave back to me just as much as I gave to her and the rest of the participants in the audience on that day. But you have to flow with positivity in order to make that type of connection with another positive person. And it was the great motivational speaker Zig Ziglar who said this, that having a positive attitude may not help you to accomplish everything in life, but it will help you to accomplish more things in life than a negative attitude will. How true is that? So how can you, regardless if you're currently flowing with positivity or you're struggling to get yourself on that path, on that track to flow with positivity, how do you get yourself there even when you get knocked off and you want to bring yourself back, or if you're on there and you want to stay there? It's simple. It's practical. I want you to think tap, tap. I want you to think tap, tap, T-A-P, T-A-P. And the first step in the process to getting yourself each and every day, especially when you're finding it challenging to get yourself to that point where you're flowing with positivity, or you just want to make your best level of positivity flow even greater, then how do you do that? I want you to do this. The first thing is, I want you to talk to yourself and others positively. Are you that type of person where you head out to work in the morning, you're in your car, you're driving down the highway, and a pebble pops up, a stone pops up, chips or cracks your windshield, and you are going down the road and you say to yourself, "You know what? That's not surprising because things like that happen to me all the time." Or are you that type of person where, hey, you get to work and they tell you, "Hey, we have layoffs," and you're one of them, "Hey, that's not surprising either because good things don't happen to me"? See, when you have stinking thinking, when you have negative self-talk, you always talk in existence the way that you see life, the way that you feel about life. But when you tap, tap, you talk to yourself positively. You have no hesitation in telling yourself that today is going to be a good day. You have no hesitance in telling yourself that I love myself, that I am good enough, that I am a good person, that I can be positive, I can live positive, I can and will attract positive things and outcomes in my life. Because once you're able to get yourself to that level, to that point, then that carries over to how you talk to others. You're able to tell others that they look good. You're able to tell others that they've done a good job. You're able to tell others even when they've done something negative to you, or they mistakenly said something, or their actions frustrate you or annoy you, you're able to look at that individual and say, "You know what? No problem. We all make mistakes." But you're able to ultimately give an encouraging word, give an inspiring word, because you're flowing with positivity. Tap, tap. The second step in the process is act positive with yourself and others. See, your actions speak louder than words. When you go somewhere and you look like you're unhappy, you look like you're disgruntled, you look like you're angry, upset, or bitter, then people can see that. They can feel that negative energy. So what you have to do is, if you know you can't get yourself to a point where you're going to be happy, you're going to enjoy things, you're going to make the best of things, then you may need to take a walk. You might need not to go to that event, because you already have told yourself in your mind, this is going to be a bad experience. This is going to be an unhappy experience. So either control off that action so that you can get yourself to that positive flow, so that when you go, you don't look like the prisoner. You don't look like the unhappy or disgruntled person. Your actions with yourself and others are positive. Think, tap, tap. And then we get to the third step. Propel yourself through, around, and over adversity and negativity. When other people are trying to bring negativity to you, then you tell yourself, I will not accept the invitation. I will not. It takes two people to argue. A person cannot and will not argue with themselves if you don't give them feedback. So it's up to you to say, I will not take this invitation. Avoid negativity. Get yourself through, over, and around negativity. And then when it comes to adversity, make sure that when adversity happens, because here's the reality of life. Life will happen when you expect it and when you don't expect it. So when adversity happens, program yourself. Think, tap, tap. Think, tap, tap. You're going to talk positive to others and yourself. You're going to act with a positive response, a positive action towards others and towards yourself. And you're going to propel yourself around and through and over adversity. Don't let it get the best of you. Most of the time, adversity is only there momentarily. You just have to take the necessary and required steps to push yourself through, to push yourself around, to push yourself over, and understand that flowing with positivity can be and is your choice ultimately. And it was Willie Nelson who said, once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. And it's even biblical. As a man thinketh, so shall he be. So I want you to make it your priority, to make it your new standard, to flow with positivity. Flow with positivity. Flow with positivity. And here's the last thought. It was said, sometimes your joy is the source of your smile, but sometimes your smile can be the source of your joy. Flow with positivity. Thank you for stopping by motivationmagazine.com. I want to ask you to join forces with me in helping me to spread my motivation movement. How can you do that? I want you to go to this video on YouTube, and I want you to look below the video viewing screen. Look for the word share. I want you to click on that word, and then it will reveal to you the link to this video. Copy that link, and I want you to tweet it on Twitter. I want you to share it on your Facebook and LinkedIn status. I want you to share it on Google+, Instagram, Pinterest, your online blog, your online newsletter, in your emails. I want you to also text it to your friends, family members, co-workers, classmates, anyone you know and believe would benefit from a positive, motivational, and inspirational message like this. And I want to let you know right here, right now, that I thank you and I appreciate you. Stay green and growing. See you in 2 weeks.